Hello. So, this is my other Sprocket video. I promise I'll post more Geometry Dash and War Thunder. I'm working on that War Thunder video. But, we're making a quad-tracked oscillating turret heavy tank. And I know that's a very strange tank, you know? And it's also going to have a pike nose with the quad tracks. And, yeah, I mean, I like pike nose tanks. I like oscillating turret, and the object 279 is cool, so why don't we make quad-tracked? Also, this is a New Year's Christmas miracle, right? It's gonna be another Sprocket video. It's gonna be a oscillating turret tank head. I have a lot of oscillating turrets, I know, because oscillating turrets are cool. Like, you just can't argue with me on that. I will always say they're cool. But here we are making the hull, and the hull's gonna be shaped pretty weird because it's gotta fit around the quad tracks. I'm not gonna like the holes above the quad tracks. The hole's gonna be with the quad tracks, right? Like a giant tank. And getting the hole right was kind of hard, and it's gonna have a lot of like symmetry issues because it's Sprocket. So, I was taking inspiration off the AMX-50, especially for the turret, and yeah, I'm running out of topics. This is why none of my videos get views. How was your New Year's? How was your Christmas? Like, because I know for mine I got $70 and I kind of spent it on War Thunder, but I also bought Deep Rock Galactic. That video is coming out soon. Maybe it'll come out, who knows. So, and then we also had I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah. I probably said this in the last one. New setup. That's what I got for Christmas as well. I got this new setup, new keyboard, new mouse. It's the Apex Predator or something like that. I don't remember. And I got a new desk. And I'm in my own room. That's how I can even make commentary in the first place. If I was still in that other room, I would not be able to make commentary. And it's so nice in here because my bed is right here. I can just, like, if I got bored, I can just get up and go to my bed. Okay, what the hell? we still gotta do that. Maybe we need some soundproof paneling on the door or something, cause that's an issue still. One issue is my desk is like way smaller, but that's okay. And for New Year's, I mean, we didn't really do much on New Year's. We watched all of season 5 of Stranger Things. We watched the last 3 episodes of that, and it's okay. It's alright. Very anticlimactic, if you ask me. I'm not sure if I did this yet, but if you, oh yeah, okay, I did. You see, like, I put those, like, I think in the game it's called, like, a shell port, and it's like you throw the shell out the port, but in this, we're gonna use it as, like, mud dispensers, because tracks pick up mud, like, a lot of mud, right? And that mud would get stuck in that hole, so you'd want to get that mud out, that way it doesn't jam up. So those things, instead of being shell ports, they'd be mud ports, and the mud would come out and prevent, like, jamming. So we take the oscillating turret from our other tank, right? And it looks goofy, so we're gonna have to fix that up. And I do watch Patchbit's heavy oscillating tank for inspiration on doing the turret, because I'm just like, oscillating turrets is so hard to do. Not to make it, but to like actually model what the turret looked like, right? So I begin working on it. I get the original turret, and I'm like, scale it up, but it looks so goofy. And I extend it, but it just doesn't look right. So now, if you watch Patchbit's videos, you'll realize that the creation of this turret's very similar, and I mean, without that, I probably wouldn't be making an oscillating turret. I'd be reusing the old one that looks, like, very bad. and we put a 130, 140 millimeter gun on it. A very big gun, and it's got a lot of pen. Not quite sure what I was calculating there. But now we're going to start working on the turret, and the turret's geometry is just horrid. It's so hard to make out like what the geometry is supposed to be, and it is just very messy. Um, I could put this up for download, and someone can optimize it. Let me know if you guys would like to see this as a download, because I know people in Sprocket like downloading each other's builds, right? I mean, I've been playing Sprocket for like 2 years, 3 years now, when it basically first released. So like I have a lot of experience with this game. I'm not the best at it, but like I've played it for a long time is what I mean. And yeah, just look, the geometry is already getting very messed up. I'm gonna raise plate thickness, that way we can see what plates are inverted and what aren't inverted. That way we don't create too many faces before it becomes an issue. You're gonna fix a bunch of stuff because it looks so goofy. There's just, the geometry is really messing with it. And one thing that you'll see later is the turret is so big that the crew can stand up inside of it. That's how ginormous this thing is. And without fenders, it really looks kind of silly from the side. Yeah, the turret could be way bigger. But the turret, I mean, it's pretty heavy. I mean, it's like 86 tons, 87 tons when it's fully finished. And to keep it as realistic as I can, I mean, it's Sprocket, it's not really that realistic. I mean, it's pretty realistic compared to other tank design games I've seen, which, not very many. But, like, I don't want to stretch this too far out of realism. That way it's at least somewhat believable. So we kind of have to be careful with the weight. But yeah, like, you can just stand straight up in there, and it's impressive how tall that turret is. Not quite sure what that was. It's interesting. Yeah, we're testing the turret's rotation. Ooh, what I should have done was put a coax on this, like a 57mm coax. We're going to be increasing the length of the turret. There's a word for it. But like the back of the turret, we're going to be increasing that length quite a bit to make more and more room for the shells and the crew. Because as tall as it is, it's not very spacious in there. And we're also going to be working on the hatches. Now, this is a very, very unfinished tank. I'm not even quite sure why I just didn't finish it, but I didn't, so it's okay. I'm gonna add like a little, what would that be? Like to allow fresh air into the turret, that's what that's gonna be. But yeah, it's a very unfinished build. Like, I still gotta add the fenders, I still gotta finish the hatches. Am I gonna do that? No, it's fine as is. Not much of my stuff gets finished. But it's okay, it's presentable as is. So we're gonna fill in that geometry and roof the turret. And the thing is, this is completely impenetrable from the front, from a main battle tank, like a modern main battle tank. It's got like 600mm of front armor. That's how strong that pike nose is. Not quite sure what that was. We looked at a game on Steam because I think I was gonna buy it to play with my friend, but I don't have that $40 because I was saving for a premium in War Thunder, which for the grind was worth it, but for like overall, was it worth it? No, it's a digital tank. Like, money buys happiness, I guess. I don't know. The turret because of the way Sprocket is, has some weak spots because of like geometry, the weird geometry of this tank in the first place. And, like, you can see it. There's so many subdivided faces. But the thickness is crazy. Like, it's such thick armor that, like, not much can get through it. I mean, obviously, if you flanked it from the side, this would be like Cold War, so you'd have, like, heat FS and stuff, so you'd kill it from the side, but it's still very strong, right? Because any tank from the side's pretty much done. It's cooked. You're not living if you get flanked, and then next thing you know, you got a 125 Sabo in you, right? Or a jet of molten metal flies through you. And for its weight, this thing is fast. It's very quick. I think the Tiger might be faster, the Tiger 2, but the Tiger 2 is not as heavy. Wait. Wait. I'm trying to realize. I'm trying to think. Yeah, okay, well, yeah, the Tiger 2 didn't have, like, it wasn't as heavy as this, and this thing is about as fast as the Tiger 2. I'm gonna work on the engine deck here, and I would have made, like, custom components, but, like, really I didn't feel like doing that. I'm gonna add extra armor to the front. It does not need that extra armor. And big tow hooks. This thing's gonna need, like, a lot of tow hooks, because this thing weighs so much that if it got stuck, like, the best you could do is just abandon it. You're not taking this nowhere. We don't even make a good gun sight. That's how much we rushed to finish this, unfortunately. We're gonna start working on the crew. And yeah, like I said, they can just stand in there like it's nothing. I was thinking about putting the driver in the crew compartment, but in the end I didn't do it. Now, because of the weight of the turret, this thing is going to need a lot of file editing to work. And eventually I do get it to a good part. I had to, like, bump it up to, like, 100, 250 torque on the lane drive. But eventually it gets to a nice point, and then I make a secondary variant that has interleave road wheels, and that has to be an engineer's nightmare. Interleaved road wheels on a quad-tracked vehicle. And I can imagine production of this, because of the way the hull is structured, is very unfeasible. But now we're in a combat situation where we're fighting some of my German heavy tanks. And the gun, it's got a really good reload. It was file edited, but realistically it's a French tank. French oscillating turret, have an autoloader, so that settles it. But the gun is super good, so it can get a bunch of those. Or not German heavies, I meant Soviet heavies, because in my alternate history this would be fighting German tank or Soviet tanks, right? And it's fighting the Soviet casemate we made in the last Sprocket video. And we also have some of those tiny oscillating turret tankettes, which you'll see in the other video that I'm gonna work on. But its speed and horsepower makes it really effective in this combat scenario. And just boom. I'm trying to snap. Boom, like that. Like, tanks are dead. They stand no chance. Because of the just frontal protection of this thing. And, like, it's shooting us and it can't do anything. We're invincible, pretty much. And that's victory. We're gonna keep on driving here, look around, survey the battlefield. And go into photo mode. Not quite sure why I did this, probably just to observe the tank. I mean, that's pretty scary. If that thing was, like, looking straight down at you, I'd be scared. Look inside the casemate. Crew are dead. Obviously the crew are dead. I mean, they're not surviving now. But yeah, that was the thing. If you want more Sprocket videos, tell me. Subscribe, I don't know. Apparently saying subscribe and boost subscribe, so yeah, that's it.